behind them, they've been able to hopefully steady things out. But let's find out as we get into the draft for game number 1. First pick will go over to KT. They're going to be banning some stuff away. Kiwoom DRX do have the blue side, and the Varus, the Karma, the Orianna, the Rumble. All these things will be banned away.
Give me some diversity, please. Oh, Lucian. Okay, that's a newer addition.
There you go. I think we're going for an Ashe first pick. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, feels like it's going to be a Karma ban here.
Or will it be a Rumble?
They swapped it. They went Rumble first.
This is out of control. All right. We've really deviated from the plan.
Honestly, KT can ban Karma themselves.
I think ban Jarvan. Just ban Jarvan and first pick Ashe. Like, it's just, I don't know. Feels very easy. And if they don't ban the Karma, then you just pick the Karma.
Yeah, and they can't deny the Seraphine pick. I would not recommend that choice.
But if you, like, unless you're going to play solo lane Lulu, I think that Ashe Lulu has actually looked kind of fine.
What if you ban something entirely different, like this Trundle, and trade Ashe Seraphine for Karma? Does that work? I don't think so. I think Karma still wins. I think Effort slam locks it right here.
Yeah,
like he did the first time he played for KT in their opening match, and he smashed the Ashe Seraphine lane with the Karma pick.
Yeah, and they also they didn't ban Oh God. Oh wow. Wait. Hang on. But
well, I like this more, to be honest, because if you try to play Ashe Seraphine into Karma Ezreal and it's aiming as Ezreal, it's not a thing. But they will get Karma and Sivir, and they ban Jarvan. Like, everything KT has done in this draft so far feels so pre-planned.
Yeah, I mean, Sivir Nocturne, right? And I think you feel all right about that.
Feels pretty good. They don't necessarily have to go Nocturne here. You could get a priority mid-pick.
True.
Or just grab your jungler. The Trundle is banned because they want to go for the Xin, so that's not available here for Cuzz. So we'll see what he does end up going for. There's a lot of options. It's game 1. I wouldn't even be shocked if he slams a Lee Sin pick down here.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Pantheon is a little bit more global threat and a little bit more direct CC, since they do have the Karma here, than a lot of the other jungle picks he could have gone for. This is just a simple point-and-click stun.
All right, Pantheon going to be locked in, like you mentioned.
Is it just Ezreal Bard?
Ezreal Bard is going to be locked in. So the Bard did slink through, and this does make things look a little bit better for Kiwoom DRX. Andil has been a great Bard in the past, and this lane can go toe-to-toe, but I don't know whether they'll ever be able to keep up with the wave clear, right? Like, if KT get control of the wave, I don't know how you're supposed to wrestle it back without some real heroics from LazyFeel.
For most of this year, LazyFeel and Andil's laning has been the worst in the LCK, until recently, where Duckdom and insert support here had a bit of struggles. So
insert AD carry here as well.
Yeah, now it's changed as well with Enosh coming through. Gnar is going to be banned because it's one of the safer blind picks in this draft here for Kiwoom DRX. They don't want to deal with it. They'd rather have a frontline for the Sivir comp, but perfect on something like Cassante or a Scion. Feels really good. Cassiopeia ban makes it look pretty obvious what Ucal is looking to do here, especially. Are they going
to
ban?
Rise to the occasion, Wolf?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, we'll see whether they do manage to do that or whether that Rise ban is going to be picked up. Anivia is still available, though, so maybe BDD is just going to go be a bird.
He might.
Be a thing.
They could ban Renekton here. They could ban Rise. Rise comes through. Wow, the drafts are so predictable. As
Renekton feels all right.
Yeah, Renekton's okay here.
What about the perfect Vayne, though?
What about perfect Scion?
Or the perfect Shauna, as it were. Unless he wants to play some Sarah in the top lane. No, don't
do that.
Don't do solo lane misfortune. That's not the way.
Ucal's gonna lock. As he looks like he's making a call to blind here.
I'd be okay with an Annie.
Annie is very, very good blindable. The Renekton I was mentioning earlier is what they opt for. GP would be very cool. Very, very cool. Very awesome. But instead, he's probably just going to play Scion, I think, in this draft.
Or Jayce.
Play Jayce, which has really been struggling. However, it's into a Renekton and not a tank, so we'll do a little bit better. And BDD will blind the Annie here.
I mean, Aurora is the general answer, and we haven't necessarily seen it do that well into the Annie. So I think You know, it's a good pick for Ucal. I think the Ucal has had some great games on the Aurora in the past.
Well, KT definitely have a lot of damage and also setup. You know, like this draft initially looked like, okay, we went for the Karma. We might be a little bit low on that, but they slammed the Pantheon with it, and then they got the Jayce for extra damage. The Annie makes the CC setup here so simple, and they'll have the speed ups to get BDD into range for those. Same with Cuzz, of course, with his stun. But I look at the draft here of Kiwoom DRX, and I really do think it's well-rounded. As long as they don't struggle in the early game, but they don't fall super far behind. And also, it's a good matchup for the Aurora into the Annie, where BDD has individually been struggling, and his mid-jungle synergy with Cuzz has also been suffering. That DRX fan right there shaking her head. I think she's kind of might be onto something. Nah, BDD's he's going to struggle. We're going to get ahead. I think you have to hope for that if you're a Kiwoom fan, but I don't think it's impossible. It is in the realm of possibility.
I would say so too. I actually think that Zhao works really well in this draft. At the same time, picking Jayce into it just doesn't feel that fantastic, right? The Crescent Guard is just so good against things that want to be throwing stuff at range. And so that is, it's going to possibly be an angle here. Maybe they can get behind Willer and make something happen. It's a strong bottom lane here as well if they can make it work, right? The Sivir Karma is pretty just, we're going to push. We're going to do that forever. We're going to try and harass you, but the Ezreal Bard can find some finesse in this lane, and we'll see whether Andil and LazyFeel can find it themselves to pick up a win here in game number 1. Let's get into it.
Show aiming, show aiming, show aiming, show aiming. I need to see aiming. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Hold on, wait for it, wait for it. You gotta see that Sivir. I gotta see that Sivir.
Wait, what happened?
Hold on. Just let me see it.
It's Bandit Sivir.
He didn't go for the pack skin. No. I was pretty sure I saw the Bandit there on the portrait, and this might be the first time we haven't seen pack Sivir in like months.
There was a player that just refused to play it and was doing all sorts of other weird stuff. Sivir's got some pretty good other skins. Obviously, pack Sivir is the best, but there are some. Like, we did have someone play Warden Sivir, which is just the most boring skin.
Packs or pizza all the way, man.
Oh, yeah. Sneaky skin. That one's real good. This is not looking fantastic here, as LazyFeel is able to push away both of the KT members, but Andil looking a little worse for wear. KRX will be able to grab control of the wave, though, and will at least push that in for now.
6 seconds until that next mantra Q, and that's where things can really change here. Effort is waiting for it. Level 2 advantage, though, for LazyFeel and Andil. See what Effort can get done with this. He's going to get jumped on.
Not sure about that one there from Andil, who can't go back through the magical journey, but does get an electrocute.
Slowest electrocute ever, but he does get it.
Just 3 autos. Let's go.
But I think now they are not going to like what happens next. As Effort now has level 2, so does aiming, and the chip damage is going to start to rain through.
And they will just start to eliminate waves.
Yeah, well, they're just going to hold the wave right here to make it a little bit more difficult for LazyFeel to farm, as Andil has to back because he took way too much damage moments before. So this is just very annoying, and now they're going to stop his back again. Oh, no.
This is not feeling fantastic. Neither of these score lines, as we can see. Kiwoom DRX have been having some struggles here in the LCK, as we know, as Perfect dives in onto Rich, flashes forward, doesn't hit the Shock Blast. But trading flash for flash here in a lane that you are already finding some success in, certainly going to feel good for KT's top laner.
Yeah, this is one of the most solo killing top laners in Perfect versus our most solo killed in Rich, so be very careful. I mean, look at the CS right now, 24-11 at this moment in time, and Perfect will TP back and try to do it again. At least the cloth armor will help a little bit here for Rich.
Yeah, Perfect also doesn't go back and get very many battle stats.
Yes, just the tier and the refillable.
All right, so not the end of the world, but it's the beginning of the end, you could say.
LazyFeel will go back and buy his own tier, as we will see the Cull purchase here for aiming. He is the Gold King after all, and will explode through the gold once he does complete that in 98 minions time.
Not to mention the fact that he doesn't have a lot of pressure on him here in this lane as well, as Rich does have a lot of pressure on him, as Cuzz did look to move on up, but it's not really going to find too much. As Effort. Oh, Cosmic Binding doesn't quite connect as there's the flash in. Effort gets the flash out from LazyFeel immediately as now Andil gets slowed down by that Mantra Q. And that's a really cute little magical journey, but aiming is just going to flash after Andil. Cosmic Binding comes down, but there's First Blood going over to Effort. And now Rich looking for an angle towards Perfect, but the acceleration gate will get him to safety. And the cross map does not come through for Kiwoom.
I think Willer kind of awkwardly has to stay here for a little bit longer, or at least put up some vision, which he doesn't have. Otherwise, okay, Rich is just going to back. I was going to say, otherwise, if Rich wants to stay here, Cuzz will come and kill him.
Yeah,
so
they at least got the crash, so it's not the worst for Rich, who
it
possibly get back home.
Doesn't fix the problem, but it is certainly not a good situation. Sorry, it's not as bad of a situation as it could have been. As over here, unfortunately, LazyFeel is going to be forced to flash by Effort's flash W, and then Andil, yeah, he was always going to die here, I think. He wanted to go for the flash to get into the wall, which was really cute and quite mechanical, but unfortunately, there's just too much here. Aiming, I think, not even necessarily going to die after one more turret shot. There would have been close, but he's totally fine. Had barrier.
Yeah, the Cosmic Binding, also just like the angle just wasn't quite there for Andil either.
That was the beginning of the exchange, right? He's like, all right, well, if you don't have that, I can flash for it, Effort, that is. Andil now a significant amount of experience behind.
Yeah, this is starting to get a bit problematic as LazyFeel also taking a lot of damage, even from the Karma as well. Is just going to find a control ward and find a Pantheon as Cuzz dashes on in. This battle may not necessarily be a 1v1 for Cuzz to like, but aiming is also taking a lot of damage. Andil moving on over, still level 3. Magical Journey will be taken here as Cuzz, yeah, not too worried about a level 3 Bard.
Kind of feels like Kiwoom DRX understand this 3v3 better than KT. Well, Willer.
Yeah, there's a snare. Willer decides that he is going to get snared, so he decides to go in on it. Cuzz looking for the angle, but does not get there, and aiming, still dealing with the minion wave. As Perfect gets jumped on by Rich, doesn't find the Shock Blast there either. And it is really action all over the place here in game number 1.
I think Andil played that incredibly well, knowing that he has the extra damage as Bard, whereas once the Karma presses the Mantra Q, she just really doesn't have it. Even when he was down a level there, they wanted to push the advantage. Willer coming through and looking for that exchange. Went a little bit deep and did end up getting rooted up there, but actually, like you said, like you pointed out, he did use that moment to get damage done, as well as then escaped barely, didn't have to flash. Perfect in trouble.
Yeah, Ucal actually just going to kill him. There's the man drop, as Cuzz should be able to put down the Crocodile, and now Ucal, oh dear, he's not stealthed for quite long enough, as now Cuzz just needs to wait for some cooldowns. He's going to flash, as now Willer is going to show up. Maybe Cuzz wants to kill him too.
I think he would have had Willer not said no to the whole situation.
I think Cuzz might be going to 399 game wins.
Looks likely. BDD also getting some alone time here with a turret because of the commitment by Ucal to this topside play. BDD, by the way, TP'd without vision of Ucal. If BDD TP's top here instead, it's even less playable, and I think they should have factored that in to this exchange, but they didn't even need BDD. And as Cuzz's early game Pantheon going to do so much damage.
Yeah, he did not take any damage either. He just cleaned them all up. Ucal does at least pick up a bit of a wave here, but now there are gold leads in every single lane. KT have just naturally got off to about a 2,000 gold start. And it's not looking fantastic here for Kiwoom DRX as we make our way out of the early game. And Andil wanting to chase Effort, and he's just not going to be able to. Willer also not quite here in time. I mean, the Jayce isn't winning by as much as I kind of thought that he would based on the earlier start.
Sure, he is 0-1, so that is part of it, but he's still winning because he has the 1 and he has the extra CS. I think it's not as important about whether the Jayce is winning or not when this comp is so strong in the late game. And the Sivir is winning, the Annie is winning, and the Pantheon is very accelerated, so they can keep making aggressive plays even before the Sivir becomes a Fountain Laser later on. And the Jayce, you know, is winning, just not like super accelerated, but I don't think that's how this comp needs to function.
No. I was clutching at straws, I have to admit.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to like kind of go color commentator mode and be like, yeah, well, KT is winning in every way as well. Yeah, that's factually what's happening. I did my job. Now we can make funny jokes.
Magical Journey from Andil. Try and get him out of here. Is Effort going to have to flash? Does get flashed on by Willer as Cuzz does have the stun, but LazyFeel is looking for it. Effort makes it out! Oh dear, they're going to now try and turn it onto Cuzz, but he's got the Aegis to try and keep himself alive, and that is going to work. And BDD, they're just buying time for this Annie to get here as aiming. Does use the spell shield quite nicely in the end there, as LazyFeel will be able to make it out, as BDD and Tibbers going to try and get something done here. Tibbers is likely just to die to the turret, and instead it's LazyFeel that grabs 50 gold from that. So it could have been worse, as aiming just, basks in the glory of the True Shot Barrage.
Is there any magical journey angle here? I don't think so. The rest of the team is so close by on the Dragon.
Aiming. Okay, does have spell shields, so he's fine.
Okay, I thought maybe, magical journey's coming up. He's in a scary situation. Did not have to flash, though. Had barrier as well.
Yep. And first turret will go over to first dragon will go over to KT. Next one going to be an Infernal, so the likelihood of a Drake that isn't all that fun is
getting up there.
High, but oh god, if KT got a Cloud, if they got a Cloud, oh
Cloud Sivir,
my lord. Cloud Sivir and Mantra to Inspire and Acceleration Gates, they're going to be booking it around the Rift.
Zooming.
It'll be crazy.
It is going to also be a plate going over down there to aiming. Was not sent back. So Andil is chasing him, trying to stop these backs. Will actually not get the first of those, and the second of which he will get.
Aww.
Annoying.
Yeah, Bard pretty good.
It's actually significant, though, because, Andil's very healthy here, and LazyFeel is pushing this wave up, so aiming is going to have to play a little bit carefully here as he catches this wave and won't be getting the item back that he wanted. There's no jungler, so this doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I had a fair bit of vision around the area, too, despite that control ward going down.
Quite a bit of it, actually, looking at it the second time. There are tons of wards there.
Effort not quite able to get the snare onto LazyFeel. Willer Cuzz over here, and Cuzz just grabbing some grubs.
He's grubbing it up right now while all of that is happening on the bottom side of the map. No attention to him, as Rich looking for an all-in angle here.
All right, let's see whether that one's going to work, as Perfect is just looking to run it off. Just says, Cuzz, buddy, please, help me. And Cuzz is like, just give me a sec. I need to deal with this last grub.
He does steal the last grub, and then comes towards Perfect, and then Rich is like, all right, well, I did my job here. Got half his health. Hopefully he doesn't kill me.
It's still a 2,000 gold lead, as Tempered Fate, the walk strategy, powerful.
He's going to kill him. No!
Oh dear. There is a flash, and they will be able to at least pick that one up. Now, Perfect with a flash advantage towards the top side.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect wants to build his Black Cleaver. Might be able to get to that in time. We'll see. I like the cheeky serrated Dirk before it's even done, though, just to give you as much early game power as you can.
Aiming down here in this lane, about to finish his call, and Andil is feeling the pain.
Oh, yeah, the sidestep. Pretty ridiculous, as now Pantheon going to make his way in. Thinking about going for the bar, but I don't know whether they really want a dive when there's a teleport imminent. In goes Ucal, and just goes into stealth and runs away. Effort could be in trouble as BDD just flashes in. Sad bard noises there from Andil as the fight is now on. Willa could be snared up here, has to Crescent Guard. That will keep him safe for the moment, but more plates will rain down, and KT are not done yet.
Time to abandon turret.
Oh, the flash in for the Between Worlds, and Ucal is just likely to die. Aiming still tanking up the turret as Willa takes so much damage. Aiming gets out alive, and oh dear, LazyFeel just gets skewered.
It's, we had one pretty interesting game so far today, Atlus.
Hey, look. It's not over till until it's over, Wolf. Okay.
All right. So in this replay, not currently over.
Not over yet. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Still, it's fine right here. It's okay. And then they get this attempt onto Cuzz, right? They got the TP coming through, and then I forgot BDD's here, and I forgot about that part. Andil also, I like you mentioned the sad bard noises. So true. Stolen by Cuzz, by the way. BDD want that kill. He's gonna wrap around, and then here. Kiwoom DRX decide they can actually fight this 3v4 with the power of the turret. The problem is they take a lot of damage before the turret is really a factor, and then Ucal goes in here, it's really close, but he's instantly stunned. And so that's that. Aiming takes a lot of damage, and then ladies and gentlemen, this moment right here is when it's over. Yeah, it's over now.
Okay. Well, it was a good game. I had a bit of fun on the show. True Shot Barrage will sail by, and Perfect. I hope he was shopping. Because otherwise, I would be a little bit frightened with almost dying to that one, or at least being hit by it.
He would have gone incredibly low. But he doesn't get hit by it. He sees the game in 1s and 0s on his landing. He saw the coordinates, and then he completed his back, and now aiming is going to get the whole turret.
Oh dear. Well, this is more in your side of the thinking of the game is really struggling to continue, as Effort, I'm not sure about this, does have a Pantheon somewhat close by, as Willa just really wanted his red buff. He will be able to get it, smites that one away.
I just think even if Kiwoom DRX were in those final moments, right, where Ucal went for the heroic attempt, if they just walk away from the turret, they lose the whole turret, and the game is also probably just pretty much done. Like, everyone committed to come and defend, and KT had the numbers to take the turret down, so they felt like they had to do something there to save the game state, but the commitment just fails, and...
Oh, Cloud Soul? Cloud Soul?
Cloud Soul? Cloud Soul? Cloud Soul?
Cloud Soul, question mark?
Cloud Soul? Cloud Soul? It's going to be Ocean.
Please, I need the sprinting composition to sprint even faster.
Where there was fire, there will be water.
It's going to be Chemtech.
It's not even going to be a 2-Drake lead for KT, even if it is a Cloud.
They can get triple Cloud! Oh, I knew it was Chemtech! Dang it, Ox! Oh, Such is in chat, please. It's all right. BDD just runs into the fog of war. That sidestep was ludicrous, made absolutely no sense. Trishop Barrage, though, is going to fly on over, and BDD should still be going down here. There it is, as Cuzz is going to land on them. And can they get out? That's the... Oh, no, is the answer so far. LazyFeel also going forward. Will get snared by Effort, but he doesn't have much more to offer here as he finally finds the Q. Cuzz finds another one. That's 7 kills for the Pantheon, and now Perfect is going to show up and help him get even more. Rich going to go down, and is that a legendary Pantheon here at 15.5 minutes? I think it is.
Maybe we could just call it 400 right now.
Yeah, 300's not enough, even though that's the movie. 400's the way.
Yeah. I just meant Cuzz's 300 win.
I know, but he's playing Pantheon, so I thought it would be cool to do like the other way around, like the Leonidas thing. That's what I was going for there.
Yeah. Well, BDD's sidestep was pretty insane because he would not have made it to the left side there, so he went to the closer side where the enemies were, so he still dies, but at least didn't get tempered faded. And then Cuzz is like, I don't need a carry here. All I need is a Karma, and I don't even really need that either, because she's not going to do a whole lot for me. LazyFeel gets chunked out here by Effort. Cuzz hits another one of these. And I'm kind of curious if something is happening alive. I thought we had a pit, but we don't. As Perfect gets the kill here, Rich gets locked down by Effort. I'm not even sure why Rich was still staying there, but he had Dominus running, and he wanted to be helpful. As you often do as a top laner, you're like, look, all I got to do is show up and be helpful. That's what they say. That's when they asked for me to show up. I try to be helpful. Was unfortunately a bit late and unhelpful.
Yep. I'm just starting to feel like I should have spoken to Tryndamere before this game started. Not the owner of Riot Games, the champion, because I feel like Tryndamere has a voice line that tells us exactly how today was going to go, and it is absolutely looking like that.
He has a 4-gamer. He has a 4-gamer voice line.
It's similar to that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It insinuates that there is probably not going to be all that much game.
Perfect.
Perfect going to have to flash to get out of the way here as Tibbers goes down. Perfect is going to die. So that is going to be another one on the board for Kiwoom DRX.
Can Cuzz snipe? There's no way.
Is Effort just corralling LazyFeel away from any sort of possible defense?
Kind of.
Huh.
Aiming is just, he's just getting the gold. And Bard will escape. Andil will not get sniped by Cuzz. He does not attempt it. His turret will also be saved. And those are the good news pieces here for Kiwoom DRX. Rich, also, BD's stun isn't quite ready yet. He's walking away.
Ucal is alive. So is Willa for now. Effort is here. And Willa's really dead. Not a whole lot he can do about that, as Aiming was just very optimistic about their attempt to escape here, as he looks to try and catch them behind the outer turret.
He's like, oh, well, got money, it's fine, that's what I do. I was like, I still got gold out of this. Just going back to this play here, Rich trying to collapse here to get the kill on a Perfect. They are able to eventually do so, but at the cost of a lot of money there in the mid lane. And then they want to turn this into a collapse, but it's actually, ironically and tragically, BDD and KT who strike first with Cuzz ulting in, and they're unable to connect with the Renekton. And Riches is backing. He's like, sorry, you know, the show up and be helpful thing, I showed up, but I can once again not be helpful. And we'll just leave as Aiming gets the whole wave, and Herald is charging in the top lane, which is quite rare, but there's not a whole lot of turrets otherwise to get on the map.
This game is really struggling to be a game, as Effort is going to flash and inspire his way out of here. Rich looking to try and get in, but the hammer is going to boot him on back. Slicing and dicing. The Crocodile is at least trying to make things happen, but BDD's booking it towards his bottom lane. Look at how fast Zanny is, my God! Finds the stun, finds the incinerate, and that is Crocodile for dinner. And now, almost feels like they're getting ganked by a Sivir. Andil suicides into them, and that is going to be a dead Zhao as well. I mean, this game is all over but the crying, but I think the crying may have even started.
Yeah, I'm looking at the player cams. Ucal's still dry.
Check him for the cry.
Yeah, I'm like, one more, give me the next one. Can I take a look at maybe what's Andil doing? I don't think he's crying, but maybe some fans in the audience could be, because this one is a bit of a tragedy.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to show it again. Yeah. So, look, at this point...
Let's show a little bit of enthusiasm, okay? Well,
at this point, Kiwoom have to send it, right? And they have been losing this game with immense gusto, as they're trying their best to see if KT don't have the numbers, right? See if they can 4v2 here, but BDD shows up. They're so far behind that in a 4v3, they couldn't get it done. True Shot Barrage does not do anything here.
At least he feels like I'm helping.
He's like, well, maybe the fight would happen near the turret, and KT are like, no, we actually brought everyone. As the Sivir ult is employed here as well on the chase. And man, it's just Harlem Globetrotters at this point, it looks like.
Really is. It's a 9-0-3 Pantheon, by the way. Cuzz is really making this champion look like he's still in peak form. It's a nice cosmic binding, but Willa, I don't know how much that Crescent Guard is going to help him, and from what I just saw, 0. As Tib is tanking up the turret, and it will be money going on over, but I don't think KT are too worried about that. They're looking for a Baron.
They are, and they found it.
Yeah, walk up, surgically remove the enemy jungler from the map, and then take a Baron. Seems to be the play.
Andil?
Andil is gonna flash. That might keep him alive, but Cuzz, he's got other ideas. He comes down. That is going to be a dead bottom lane. Effort likely to die here. Oh, never mind. He survives. Just not quite enough money here.
So they needed to kill 4 more champions and then get the Baron, which will give the gold of about that much. Got, you know, a little bit reduced recently. But yeah, KT's gold lead, how much are we going to hit before this game ends is the real question.
Can they make it to 25K ahead?
I don't think 25K is possible. There's no way.
Oh, well then that's the challenge.
Yeah, I like the challenge. Like, it actually is really hard to do because the champions will become worth less money. There'll be less, you know, turrets on the map as Effort just walks it off.
If you make sure that Kiwoom DRX cannot earn any money, though,
yes, you can eventually
killing them, then you
got to take all of their jungle repeatedly, and
or just stand outside their fountain.
Every time they try to kill the minions, you just like dive them. Don't let them have any of the waves. But don't kill the Nexus. Don't kill those Nexus turrets either. That's the last gold you're going to get, because otherwise the minions might be too much.
Ooh, perfect. Did a fair bit of damage here in this game.
Yeah, it's perfect. The question was, could we get 25,000 gold lead, not 25,000 damage dealt in this game? You were easily going to reach that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are halfway to the 25K lead. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cute.
Which is why I don't think they'll get it. I think it's a little bit too much of an ask from you in this one.
I apologize. But, I mean, we need to try and provide them with some sort of challenge here. At the moment, the game is not providing that at all. There's KT just looking to try and siege. Obviously, their composition isn't massive amounts of range, and so sieging turrets can be a difficulty. But if Rich does walk out, it might mean that they can just kill them, and that's their way to get towards these turrets. The Baron also is helping, obviously.
Yeah, still got 90 seconds on that one, and the top turret is already pretty much gone.
Oh god, Ricochet is doing so much damage.
They just have to leave. This is going to be 2 turrets basically in the blink of an eye here. You have to imagine as BDD is helping to clear this final bit of minion wave.
Yeah, another wave going to be conga lining down the mid lane. And there it is. So inhibitor exposed. And Kiwoom DRX, I mean, they do managed to go back, grab their health bars, you know, like Willer at least is full health now as Tempered Fate is looking for perfect, but he just flashes out of the way of that one. Now aiming, is on the hunt, absolutely. Takes Andil's magical journey for his own as the bear comes down on top of the Xin Zhao. Flash in from Rich, flash out from BDD, and he's going to get smoked and destroyed. Double kill for Cuzz, moves up to 12-0-4 in this game on the Pantheon. And I think the Rolster Coaster has, it's finished with the dip, you know?
It looks that way.
Coming back up again in what feels like a pretty big way. As there's a flash on top of LazyFeel. He does make it to the safety of the very back of his fountain. And the Nexus will just explode. What a ludicrously one-sided game that was.
Absolutely. Perfect splash for Nexus. It was the second that Bard ult is gone. They're like, oh, he can't turn the Nexus turrets off or do any of that shenaniganry. Let's kill them.